these things.
We've got new ninja Zords. Let's use them.
Maybe if I can download the very last plasmatic morphing gem into the transport core.
No offense, Buzz, but they might find you a little disgusting.
6 Rangers, one slimy villain, a movie that cranked everything up to 11. Power Rangers. The movie wasn't just a longer TV episode, it was bigger, darker, and a whole lot weirder than fans expected. But behind the glowing suits, cheesy one-liners, and CGI Zords, the real story is full of crazy surprises. Here are 20 weird facts you didn't know about Power Rangers, the movie.
You call yourself Kingu warriors, well, like Kingu turkeys. Have you all stuffed and roasted?
Number 1. A newspaper ad trick filled the crowd for free. For the big fireworks celebration scene at Darling Harbour in Sydney, the production needed a massive audience to cheer for the Rangers. Paying for hundreds of extras, they came up with a genius idea. Place an ad in the local newspaper inviting fans to be part of the movie. The ad promised a live Power Rangers appearance and a night of entertainment. Thousands of locals showed up, many bringing their kids dressed in Ranger gear, completely filling the set with real excitement. The crew handed out glow sticks and encouraged the crowd to scream their lungs out while the cameras rolled. None of the reactions were staged. The cheers you hear in the final movie are 100% genuine fan energy. It saved money, created authentic atmosphere, and gave fans a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Number 2. This movie ditched the recycled Japanese footage. One of the biggest differences between Power Rangers, the movie, and the TV show is that not a single frame of Japanese Super Sentai footage was used. The series famously relied on action scenes from the Japanese show, cutting costs by splicing them with new American shot footage. For the movie, however, everything had to be filmed fresh. The battles, Zord fights, and special effects were all created specifically for the big screen. This meant new choreography, original costumes, and a much higher budget than the series ever had. The filmmakers wanted it to feel like a true cinematic upgrade rather than just an extended episode. Fans got to see the Rangers in all new action sequences with no reused clips, making the movie stand apart as its own unique entry in the franchise. If you're enjoying this so far, hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome movie facts. And tell us in the comments, what movie brings you the most nostalgia? And which one should we cover next? Number 3. The new Ranger suits were painfully heavy. For the movie, the Rangers got a major wardrobe upgrade, trading their lightweight spandex TV costumes for shiny, armored suits. They looked amazing on screen, but the actors quickly learned they were a nightmare to wear. Made from thick PVC with molded plates, each suit weighed around 40 pounds and trapped heat like an oven. Filming in the Australian summer made it even worse, with temperatures soaring under the hot studio lights. The actors struggled to move, let alone perform stunts, while drenched in sweat. Some even had to take frequent breaks just to avoid overheating. Despite the discomfort, they powered through, giving fans the sleek, futuristic Ranger look that defined the movie. What looked like awesome battle armor on screen was, in reality, pure torture behind the scenes.
The whole suit just looks much more powerful.
Number 4. Billy lost his glasses for the movie. Fans of the TV series immediately noticed something different about Billy Cranston in the movie. His trademark glasses were gone. Actor David Yost had worn them for years on the show, but they were purely a costume piece and often caused him headaches during long shoots. When production for the film began, Yost asked the team to drop them, arguing that Billy had evolved into a more confident, tech-savvy Ranger who didn't need the nerdy accessory anymore. The filmmakers agreed, and for the first time, Billy appeared without glasses, giving him a more mature look.
Come on, Billy, give us some good news.
I wish I could. I mean, we're talking about the command center's power core.
This small change symbolized his growth from shy genius to full-fledged hero. While some longtime fans missed the glasses, most embraced the upgrade, seeing it as a subtle sign that Billy had leveled up for his big screen debut.
It's morphin' time! Triceratops!
Number 5. Ivan Ooze's actor barely knew what Power Rangers was. Paul Freeman, the actor who brought the slimy villain Ivan Ooze to life, had no idea what Power Rangers was before signing on. Known for his serious work, including playing Belloc in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Freeman initially thought the project was bizarre when he saw the colorful costumes and over-the-top script. Instead of phoning it in, he decided to fully embrace the weirdness. He created a campy, theatrical version of Ivan Ooze that became the highlight of the movie.
Despised, they call me Ivan Ooze.
Freeman's commitment to the absurd tone gave the character a unique charm that fans still love. Even without knowing the franchise, he delivered a villain so memorable that he's often considered one of the best parts of the entire film. His performance proved that sometimes going all in on the weirdness makes a character truly iconic. Number 6. Ivan Ooze ad-libbed one of the funniest lines. One of Ivan Ooze's most memorable moments comes when he rants about everything he missed during his 6,000 years trapped in a hyperlock chamber. Out of nowhere, he shouts about missing the Brady Bunch reunion, a line that perfectly captured the movie's goofy tone. Surprisingly, this wasn't in the script at all. Actor Paul Freeman improvised it on set, slipping it into his performance during filming. The crew loved it so much they kept it in the final cut. This little bit of improv gave Ivan even more personality, making him feel like a villain who was both menacing and oddly hilarious. It's a small detail, but it became one of the lines fans still quote decades later. Freeman's ability to mix humor with evil turned Ivan Ooze into an unforgettable 1990s movie villain.
Time for a little sword play.
Number 7. 3 original Rangers refused to join the movie. Fans were shocked when the original Red, Black, and Yellow Rangers were missing from the movie. Austin St. John, Jason, Walter Jones, Zach, and Thuy Trang, Trini, were originally supposed to star, but they walked away after a contract dispute with the studio. The actors felt they weren't being paid fairly for the jump to a big-budget film, so they chose not to return. Their sudden departure forced the production to bring in their TV replacements, Steve Cardenas, Johnny Yong Bosch, and Karen Ashley, just before filming began. This last-minute cast change reshaped the team dynamic and marked a major shift in Power Rangers history. While fans missed the original trio, the new Rangers stepped up and became iconic in their own right, making the movie an important turning point for the franchise. Number 8. Thuy Trang left her mark despite not being in the movie. Although Thuy Trang, the original Yellow Ranger, wasn't part of the film due to the contract dispute,
Hi guys, my name is Thuy Trang. I play Trini the Yellow Ranger!
her influence on the franchise was undeniable. Known for doing many of her own stunts on the TV series, Trang brought a level of authenticity to Trini's fight scenes that fans loved. She often impressed stunt coordinators with her dedication and fearlessness, performing moves that other actors would leave to doubles. Tragically, Thuy Trang passed away in a car accident in 2001 at only 27 years old, leaving fans heartbroken. Even though she never appeared in Power Rangers the movie, her legacy as the original Yellow Ranger lives on. Many fans still consider her one of the most iconic members of the team, proving that her impact on the franchise went far beyond a single film.
Come on.
Number 9. The movie's events don't match the TV storyline. Fans expecting the movie to fit perfectly into the TV series were in for a surprise. In the film, the Rangers travel to the planet Phaedos to gain their new ninjetti powers from the warrior Dulcea.
To those who are ninjetti, anything is possible.
But in the TV show, those powers come from a completely different source, a character named Ninjor, without any trip to an alien world. This huge difference means the movie exists in its own separate continuity, almost like an alternate timeline. The series never references the events of the film, and the powers the Rangers gain there don't carry over exactly the same way. While it confused some viewers at the time, many fans now see it as a fun what-if version of the story. The alternate take gave the Rangers a unique big-screen adventure that stood apart from the show's ongoing plot. Number 10. Buckethead secretly rocked out on the movie's soundtrack. The soundtrack for Power Rangers was packed with energy, but most fans don't know a famous guitarist helped shape its sound. Experimental guitarist Buckethead, known for wearing a KFC bucket on his head, played on several tracks, including the intense Firebird theme. His wild, fast-playing style gave the score an edgy rock twist that set it apart from the TV show's music. While he wasn't credited as a star contributor, his fingerprints are all over the guitar-heavy moments in the film. This unexpected collaboration added a layer of coolness to the soundtrack, making it stand out among other 90s kids' movie scores. Even if most fans didn't realize it, Buckethead's riffs helped power up the Rangers' big screen debut. Number 11. The Ranger suits were designed by a sci-fi veteran. For the movie, the Rangers didn't just get heavier suits, they got a whole new look crafted by Joseph A. Porro, a designer who had previously worked on sci-fi hits like Stargate and Godzilla. Instead of the simple spandex from the TV show, Porro gave the suits an armored, futuristic upgrade with sculpted plates, metallic finishes, and glowing details. They were meant to look more like real battle gear rather than costumes. While fans loved the high-tech style, the actors found them stiff, hot, and difficult to move in. Despite the discomfort, Porro's designs gave the Rangers a cinematic edge that set the movie apart visually. His work made the characters feel bigger, bolder, and ready for the big screen, proving that even a kids' action movie could have Hollywood-level costume design. Number 12. The movie introduced CGI Zords for the first time. On the TV show, the Zords were brought to life using miniatures, costumes, and Japanese stock footage. But for the movie, the production wanted to push boundaries and went all in with early CGI to create the new animal-themed Zords. In 1995, this was cutting-edge technology, but it also meant the visuals looked a bit clunky compared to today's standards. At the time, though, audiences were amazed to see the Megazord fight in full 3D animation instead of the usual guy-in-a-suit battles. This was the first time the franchise used fully digital effects for its giant robots, and while critics weren't impressed, it was a bold move for a kids' movie. The CGI Zords gave Power Rangers, the movie, a unique look that set it apart from anything fans had seen on TV.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Number 13. The alien planet Phaedos was just an Australian quarry. The mysterious planet Phaedos, where the Rangers train with Dulcea and face deadly trials, looks like a distant alien world on screen. In reality, those scenes were filmed in Bombo Quarry, a rugged site in Kiama, New South Wales. With its dramatic rock formations and wide open spaces, the location gave the perfect otherworldly vibe without the need for heavy CGI or sets. The crew enhanced the natural landscape with fog machines, lighting effects, and a few alien props to sell the illusion. Despite being just a quarry, it ended up looking epic on camera, creating one of the movie's most memorable settings. Fans who visited Bombo Quarry today say it still feels surreal to walk through the real-life spot where the Rangers unlocked their new ninjetti powers. Number 14. Goldar's throne room gag hides in the credits. Most fans left the theater when the credits rolled, but those who stayed were treated to a hilarious extra scene. In it, Goldar is seen sitting on Lord Zedd's throne, pretending to be the new ruler of evil while enjoying his moment of power. Just as he declares himself in charge, Zed and Rita walk in, catching him red-handed. The scene cuts off with chaos and laughter, ending the movie on a goofy note. This hidden gag was one of the earliest examples of a post-credit stinger in a kids' film, long before Marvel made it a trend. It perfectly fit Goldar's bumbling personality and gave fans who stayed until the very end a little bonus laugh after all the action. Number 15. The movie originally had a darker tone that got scrapped. Before Power Rangers, the movie became the colorful, campy adventure fans know today. The original script was much darker. Early drafts featured scarier designs for Ivan Ooze, more intense fight scenes, and even hinted at higher stakes involving the Rangers possibly losing their powers permanently.
We're losing power.
Some concept art showed creepy, almost horror-like versions of the Tengu warriors and a grittier version of Phaedos. However, the studio decided to tone it down to keep it kid-friendly and marketable. Most of the darker ideas were scrapped, leaving only hints of that original vision in the final movie. Fans who've seen the unused designs believe the film could have felt completely different, more like a dark fantasy than a fun superhero flick. Number 16. Australian stunt rules forced a whole new stunt team. Because the movie was filmed in Australia, strict union laws required all stunt performers to be local hires. This meant the experienced stunt team from the TV show couldn't be used. Instead, the production had to quickly recruit and train Australian martial artists and stunt professionals to handle the intense action scenes. The new team worked hard to match the unique Power Rangers fighting style, blending martial arts with acrobatics and wire work. Despite the last-minute switch, the stunt performers nailed it, delivering some of the movie's best action moments. This behind-the-scenes shakeup gave the fight scenes a slightly different energy than the show, something fans noticed but couldn't quite put their finger on. Number 17. Dulcia's original costume was so revealing it got banned. Before filming, Gabrielle Fitzpatrick's character Dulcia was designed with a very different look. The original costume was described as extremely revealing, almost like something out of a fantasy pinup, with far less coverage than what ended up on screen. When the actress arrived on set wearing it, the crew quickly realized it was way too much for a family-friendly movie. The outfit was scrapped, redesigned, and replaced with the green warrior costume fans know today. Interestingly, some early photos of the unused costume still circulate online, showing just how far they initially pushed the character's design. Fitzpatrick herself admitted the original version was impractical and awkward to wear. The redesign not only saved the movie from controversy, but also gave Dulcia a stronger, more heroic presence. It's one of the weirdest behind-the-scenes changes, proving not every 90s costume idea was a good one. Number 18. Dulcia's actress was secretly replaced mid-production. Not many fans know that the character Dulcia was originally played by a completely different actress, Mariska Hargitay. Yes, the future star of Law & Order, SVU, was first cast as the mystical warrior and even filmed several scenes on Phaedos. However, after production delays and script changes, she left the project before completing her role. The studio quickly recast the part with Gabrielle Fitzpatrick, who had to reshoot all of Dulcia's scenes from scratch. Some early promotional materials and behind-the-scenes photos still show Hargitay in the original costume, giving fans a rare glimpse of what could have been. The switch was so quiet that most audiences never noticed, but it's one of the strangest recasts in Power Rangers history. This behind-the-scenes shakeup means somewhere out there, unused footage of Mariska Hargitay as Dulcia might still exist, hidden away in the archives. Number 19. The Megazord cockpit scenes were filmed in a tiny sauna-like set. While the Megazord battle looks epic on screen,
Activating Megazord battle mode. Megazord sequence has been initiated.
the cockpit scenes were filmed in a cramped, overheated set that made the actors miserable. The production built a small control room filled with flashing lights, wires, and fog machines to create the illusion of a giant robot interior. However, the space was so tight that the cast could barely move without bumping into equipment. To make things worse, the powerful lights and fog made the temperature skyrocket, turning the cockpit into what the actors described as a mini sauna. They often filmed these scenes drenched in sweat, trying to look heroic while feeling like they were melting. Crew members had to bring in fans between takes just to keep them from overheating. Watching the Rangers shout commands and pilot the Megazord, you'd never guess they were suffering in one of the most uncomfortable sets in the entire movie. Number 20. A real explosion nearly went wrong during filming. While Power Rangers, the movie was filled with CGI and special effects, some of the action relied on real pyrotechnics, and one stunt came dangerously close to disaster. During the Phaedos sequence, where the Rangers battle in an open clearing, the crew set up a massive explosion to erupt dramatically behind the actors as they run. The blast was carefully timed to go off at a safe distance, but during one take, the detonation triggered slightly earlier and much closer than planned. The intense heat and shockwave caught the cast by surprise, and their startled reactions in the final cut are completely real. Crew members immediately rushed in to check everyone, and thankfully no one was injured. After that near miss, the team tightened safety protocols for the rest of the shoot. Ironically, the mishap added authenticity to the scene, because the fear you see on the Rangers' faces isn't acting at all. That's Power Rangers the movie, packed with crazy stunts, behind-the-scenes drama, and weird moments fans never knew about. If you enjoyed these facts, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which one shocked you the most?